REED-BBS. BBS. Black Burke Sugar, Bachelor's in Boxing Studies. Television! Fred Sanford of the Fistic Arts. When all is said and done, there's nothing left to say or do.
REED-BBS, BBS. Bud's World, Bud's World, excellent. What we do know is, as currently constituted, boxing is Terence Bud Crawford's world. Make no mistake about that. My man is undisputed at 147. He's got eyes on being undisputed at 154. He's got eyes on being undisputed at 168. Now, as I speak, Terence Crawford is the only man to hold two undisputed titles, or to hold undisputed titles in two weight classes in the four-belt era. Him and Claressa Shields are the only two people to do such. Now, we do have my dude, my bruh, my Tomodachi, Naoya Inoue, who should add himself to that list in due time. And we'll see how that transpires. But yeah, right now, Bud, he is basking in the glow, as they say. He's getting more recognition, and he's soaking it all in, and rightfully so. Well-deserved. I'm talking like appearances on The Breakfast Club, CBS morning shows, things of that sort. And with that, you know your name is popping. You know you're mainstream when the lady in your life starts catching strays. You know, even Mrs. Bud, I don't know her name, Bud's wife, the mother of all of his children, the woman that's been there back when no one loved his dirty drawl, she did. The woman who definitely deserves her flowers now that her man is at the height of his fame. Now she's catching strays, but you know, that's whatever. Stand by your man, girl. I see you. Can't do nothing but applaud it. But yeah, that's the byproduct of an increased and heightened level of fame. Another byproduct is now dudes who wouldn't fight you, wouldn't give you the time of day years ago when roles were reversed. Now they want to call you out. Now they want to name drop. Like Danny Garcia, like Keith once upon a time Thurman. Now they got Terence Bud Crawford's name in their mouth. You can't blame them. Bud is he's a money fight. He's a money fight, and they're both trying to get one last little lick before they exit out the game. Boots Ennis. People are saying Terence Crawford's ducking Boots Ennis. As I said, Crawford's undisputed at welterweight. Well, Boots is the interim IBF champion, so he's kind of sitting over there in limbo, over there in the corner like, okay, I'm just over here. Can I get a title shot at you, or are you going to vacate? What's going on? But Bud, he's got all the cards, so yeah, don't relinquish the title until you have to. And he won't, and he hasn't. Charlo's coming off a career worst performance, but at least it was the highest payday he's ever got. That's an aside. But yeah, Bud said he's not as interested in vying for the title at 54 since Charlo's performance, which would be difficult to sell, to be quite honest, right now. But hell, with Tim Tszyu and Brian Mendoza fighting for the WBO title next weekend, maybe one of them could take Charlo out of the equation altogether, which would make 54 once again more attractive. I still think Bud will fight Charlo anyway at 54 just because they don't like each other, to the point where Bud wants to fight him even for nothing. But if you can also take title belts from him and possibly be his last money fight, he being Charlo that is, then that's all to the good. Then, of course, there's Saul Canelo Alvarez, who is the reason Charlo had the worst night of his career and the highest payday of his career. Canelo, I don't quite agree that he looked like the old Canelo, but he definitely looked better than he had in like the fight versus Ryder, for instance. He looked better, and I do believe him when he says that he just had some training injuries, which precluded him and prevented him from being the fighter he wanted to be in some other performances. It happens, man. You know, you can't be the top of your game every game. It doesn't work that way. In regards to Bud, Canelo, if they throw enough money at him, I mean, sure, he would do it. But he's already said he wouldn't get credit for beating him. You know, he's already fought a guy that was 2 weight classes smaller in Charlo. So now is he going to fight a guy 3 weight classes smaller? You know, moving up 3 weights? You know, it would be more of a circus fight almost. Not that Bud doesn't have a chance, but size matters, man. Weight classes matter. I'll just say it like that. And at the end of the day, we still got to get through Spence again anyway. You know what I'm saying? That Spence is contractually obligated to a rematch. That will happen. Him and Bud are currently ironing out if it's going to be at 54, which I hope. If it's Bud noted that, hey, man, until I'm notified in writing right now, the contract states 47. Spence don't need to fight him at 47. Some would say Spence don't need to fight Bud again, period. I'm not one of those, but please let it happen at 54, if anywhere. But yeah, it's Bud's world. He's in all the news. There's pretty much no boxing news that doesn't contain Bud Crawford in some way. Even when Gervonta Tank Davis comically called him out, said he'd knock him out in 6 rounds. It's like that. Bask in the glow, Bud. Receive your flowers now while you're alive. Here's your applause, brother. Well done. Can't wait to report you next week. REED-BBS, BBS. Blackbird Sugar, Bachelor's in Boxing Studies. Television, Fred Sanford of the Fistic Arts. When all is said and done, there's nothing left to say